Hi, my name is Lucas, and I am undocumented. Usually there's an awkward silence here, or there's like a double take. I'm here to talk to you about immigration, but not in a political way, but I'm here to put a face to the issue. When we talk about what undocumented immigrants, there's a lot of misconceptions that people have. I've been called many names, and I still am called many names by other people, which include I've been called an alien before, an illegal alien. I've been called Mexican a lot of times, and to many, I'm seen as a criminal. And trust me, I'm the most straight-edge guy you'll ever meet, and I don't consider myself a criminal. But the question I'd like to propose is, isn't America built on immigration and immigrants? So the Pilgrims, your great-grandparents, or maybe even your grandparents, maybe they were undocumented. So this is a huge issue and misconceptions that people have about undocumented immigrants. A lot of them think that they're from Mexico, but actually they're from all over the world. I have a lot of friends from Africa, from Asia, who are also undocumented. So being undocumented, it's people from all walks of life. And I think what's most important is, what does being undocumented really mean? And in order for me to tell you, I need to tell you a bit about myself and my story of where I come from. I was born in Brazil. I had a really poor childhood. My parents never graduated high school, so education was always enforced in my household. So I was a little kid who wanted books rather than toys. I was the weird one. But education was one of the main reasons why my parents wanted to move to America, was to give us a better opportunity. Fast forward into to high school, that was when I realized that I was undocumented. And it was an identity shock for me, because I was at a country that I called home, and then I'm at graduation. I gave a speech because I was a class officer, and I gave a speech on, be hopeful for your future, and look, reach for the stars. And I was scared out of my mind at this moment, because I knew that being undocumented, I was going to have so many missed opportunities, including I got accepted into University of Cornell University, my dream school. Wasn't able to attend because I didn't have the magic 9-digit number, the Social Security. So being undocumented, it's really tough, because you're at a place where people expect you to go back to a country that you don't really know. I remember as vaguely as a kid, and I don't really like soccer that much, so I can't really go back to Brazil. Being undocumented, you live in the shadows, and it's an identity crisis that you go through, and a lot of youth these days are going through these identity crises. And I was able to realize this and step away from the shadows and come out of the shadows as undocumented and unafraid. And not just undocumented and unafraid, but also unapologetic. Because when I realized that I was undocumented and all the issues that came with it, it empowered me, and I was grateful for the struggles that I'm going through my life, because it's opened my eye to this whole world of social justice. And it's opened my eyes to social injustice, and not just in immigration, not just in immigrants' rights, but also in all sorts of rights, human rights, civil rights, students' rights. And that was what being undocumented made to me. I was really scared at one point, but I've learned to embrace my identity as an American and as undocumented. And even though I can't vote, it has allowed me to participate politically. And it has allowed me to come out to many youth who are scared out of their minds. And it has allowed me to organize within the community, including here in Stamford, and share my story with the media and share my story with others, in hopes that I empower them, in hopes that I tell them that your immigration status is not a barrier to achieving your dreams. I'm also part of Connecticut Students for a Dream, and we're an organization that promotes the rights of undocumented youth. And we were able to build a community of people, of students from all walks of life, documented and undocumented, and tell them that, your immigration status does not matter. You're still in the country. And activism is the rent that I like to think is the rent that I pay for living on this planet. Because, when I share my story, I hope that I'm putting a face to the issue, and I hope that you don't see me because of my immigration status, but you see me as a human being, not an alien. And you see me for the contributions that I give into society, because quite frankly, I'm just trying to be the change that I see in the world. Thanks.